got 5 tips for the big 5 challenge. What is the first one? Floaty jump. So the trick to sort of a big floaty jump is not to have your hands too wide apart. You can sort of like overpower the sail, overpower the power of the sail, and really squeeze the sail into your body, and you get all of the power and all the lift out of the sail to go as high as you can.
The floaty jump, you just get more speed and take the steepest part of the wave so you can go higher, and maybe try to hold onto the back knee onto your chest so you can stay longer up in the air.
For the floaty jump, just be sure to tuck in the boom really tight, and also get your legs up really tight. And when you reach the top, look down for the landing and stretch your legs just before you land.
Yeah, for the floaty jump, I'd say lift the rail of your board to get some wind under your board, and just hang on the sail, get power in the sail, and lift.
I don't know, for a floaty jump you have to go high. I don't know, it's a floaty jump, you need to float, man.
If you just, I don't know, get very close to your body and pull your sail down, and that way you can really go very high and just float around, and I think it's pretty much one of the easiest jumps, but it's a very nice feeling.
Tip for the floaty jump is to think of bringing the sail back and closing the gap between the foot of the sail and the board, and that helps get the projection and height.
Yeah, for the floaty jump, just really hold your body tight when you're up in the air. Don't lose the body tension, otherwise you will get destroyed on the landing.
Floaty jump. Okay, here there's a lot of floaty jumps, yeah, because the wind is so strong that you can sometimes even can't do nothing in the air. You know, you can go fly, and it doesn't let you to do anything. Okay, so one trick to do the floaty jump is just open your wing as a chicken and don't do anything. Okay.
The important thing is just go full speed and jump across the wind and pull the sail closer to your body like this, so that you go higher and higher.
Always try to get as much speed and as much wind in the sail to fly as high as you can.
My tip is just to like pull in the sail very hard, and at the same time tuck in as well. Just like make yourself small, so you can just float like a rocket man.
It's really nice and really strong conditions, and actually when it's a really steep chop, because then it launches you straight up in the air, and while you're going up, just keep sheet it in as long as possible, because it's the best feeling ever. And the nice thing about a floaty jump is when you land it nice and smooth, so you keep it sheeted in, and once you go down you sheet out a bit, and right before you land you sheet in again to land softly, and then you've got a sick floaty jump.
Always keep your feet, like all your body, quite tense and small, so that will make your jump way more controlled.
For the floaty jump, my tip is, you know, like especially if you want to do a good floaty jump, be a little bit overpowered and go quite upwind to jump, and choose a steep ramp.
Floaty jump, I think, you know, go fast, go off a steep ramp. Don't really need to put your hands super far apart. You can kind of keep your hands quite close together and jump up and tuck your legs up, and that's quite important on all the jumps, to tuck in the legs, so the floaty jump's a good way to start with working that out.
This is Amado and you're watching Windsurfing.TV.
floaty jump, what you want to do is go as fast as you can. Tip 1. I think the best setup for a floaty jump is having a lot of power in your sail so you can actually float. And what I would say is obviously try to get a nice big steep ramp. And once you do that, I think it's really important to keep yourself pretty like locked in, like bring your front arm really tight, maybe close to your hips and all the sail kind of back, and tuck your legs really tight. So that way I feel like if you compress yourself, it's easier to get higher. And I think, yeah, just wait, cruise really tight, look down, and just before you see your landing, you kind of pull your backhand a little bit, stretch your front arm so you get the sail a little bit more upright, and kind of stretch your knees a little bit, but don't make them straight, just a little bit bigger, and prepare for landing. Just make sure it's going to be rough and bend your knees as soon as you hit the water.
One of my top tips for a floating jump and jumping high in general is to put your hands a little bit closer together. It's the same tip you use to get plane in as an intermediate, and it also works to get a bit more height and to keep the power. So if you want to just jump high, you put your hands a little bit closer together than maybe normal, and then launch it and then spread them again to control it and land.
For the floaty jump, it's actually pretty easy. Just jump and stay really compact. Try to spot the landing spot while you're in the air, and then yeah, land tail first, and maybe go a bit downwind in the air so you don't go too much in the wind while landing.
I'm sure many people have said this, but yeah, keep your hands relatively close together. In this way, it gives you a bit of stability. If you tend to like get your hands too far apart, you might. One benefit can be that you can pull on more power and go higher, but the downside is you can end up being a bit tippy and a bit out of control. So having the hands close together and then almost pulling your head inside the boom tends to lift you really, really high.
So there we go, that is it. The floaty jump rounds off the top tips from the pros for the big five. Yes, we've done them all. Hopefully you've had some little tips there, or maybe some things have just ingrained things you already know, and you're like, it's like someone keeps telling you, think, okay, I'll do it, I'll put my hand back. For the floaty jump, for me, all about speed and getting the lift from the wind under the board, you know, getting the toes down, getting that windward edge up, and getting the wind to give you that lift as well. And there we go. So we got plenty more on the channel coming on the Send It Academy. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. Let us know in the comments below what top tips you want next on what move. We're going to try and do some how-tos, or maybe some sneaky little sort of things you can do to help you learn moves or to get out of bad habits, because I see a lot of bad habits, especially on forwards. I'm going to try and do that one next. And there we go. Hope you enjoyed the series. We'll be back. Other videos up here, probably forward loop, back loop, push loop. They're all on their tabletop. Subscribe. And if you like what we're doing here, you can always chip in some membership. Plenty of chances to win. If you're a member, you can win some prizes. Cheers.